5 countries with the most casualties in World War II. World War II was one of the deadliest conflicts in human history, resulting in unprecedented loss of life. The war, which lasted from 1939 to 1945, saw nations across the globe suffer immense casualties, both military and civilian. In this video, we'll explore the 5 countries that experienced the highest number of casualties during World War II, examining the devastating impact on each nation. 1. Soviet Union. The Soviet Union bore the heaviest burden of casualties in World War II, with an estimated 24 to 27 million lives lost. This staggering number includes both military personnel and civilians. The Eastern Front, where the Soviet Union battled Nazi Germany, was one of the most brutal theaters of war. The Siege of Leningrad, the Battle of Stalingrad, and the vast offensives that pushed German forces back to Berlin contributed to these massive losses. Civilians were particularly affected by starvation, bombings, and mass executions. The human cost for the Soviet Union was immense, leaving a lasting scar on the nation. 2. China. Embroiled in a prolonged conflict with Japan since 1937, suffered the second highest number of casualties in World War II. An estimated 15 to 20 million Chinese lives were lost, including both military personnel and civilians. The war in China was marked by brutal warfare, including the infamous Nanjing Massacre, where hundreds of thousands of civilians were killed. Additionally, widespread famine, disease, and displacement further contributed to the enormous loss of life. The Chinese population endured immense suffering throughout the 8-year conflict, which only intensified after Japan's full-scale invasion. 3. Germany, the instigator of World War II, ranks third in terms of casualties, with an estimated 6 to 7 million deaths. These figures include both military personnel, who perished on various fronts, and civilians, who were killed in bombings, forced relocations, and the Holocaust. The relentless Allied bombing campaigns, particularly on cities like Dresden and Hamburg, led to significant civilian deaths. As the war turned against Germany, military losses escalated during the intense battles on both the Eastern and Western fronts. The fall of Nazi Germany marked a catastrophic loss for the country. 4. Poland. The first country to be invaded by Nazi Germany in 1939, endured tremendous suffering throughout the war, with an estimated 5 to 6 million casualties. This figure includes a significant portion of the Polish Jewish population, who were victims of the Holocaust. Poland was subjected to brutal occupation by both Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union, leading to widespread atrocities, forced labor, and mass executions. The Warsaw Uprising and the systematic destruction of Polish cities and villages further added to the country's heavy toll. By the end of the war, Poland had lost about 1/6 of its pre-war population. 5. Japan. Japan suffered an estimated 2.5 to 3 million casualties during World War II, placing it 5th on this grim list. The majority of Japanese casualties were military personnel, particularly as the war neared its end with the fierce battles in the Pacific and the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Civilian casualties were also significant due to the relentless bombing raids on Japanese cities and the atomic bombings, which resulted in unprecedented destruction and loss of life. The impact of these events is still deeply felt in Japan today. The sheer scale of loss experienced by these countries during World War II is a sobering reminder of the devastating consequences of global conflict. The millions of lives lost not only represent the soldiers who fought but also the countless civilians who were caught in the crossfire. Understanding the human cost of war is crucial in remembering the past and working towards a more peaceful future. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Share your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay updated with our latest content.